Dave, welcome. Pixel art time. Thought I'd play the old cat remix there to get us in a Minecrafty kind of a mood, a bit of an old school pixel arty kind of a mood. So welcome to the ting. Now we don't really have our workflow sorted out for this, so this is going to be exploring together as we go along today. And we'll see how long we last, and then we may just switch it up and just start playing some Poetica or some Zomboid or something. Once we've done the work that we came here to do. But let's get the work done that we came here to do, right? So there's a few different things. And I've got a list. I've got a list of things that we need to work on. So I'll let you know what that is now as we start. And the other thing I need to do is open up the install of the latest version of Poetica and just start rooting around in the folders there, because what we're going to be doing is using the ingot texture files as a guide for the colors and the color schemes, and then we get to design our own shields basically and some armor. So big ups everyone in the chat. Santiago's here. Welcome yourself. Well, big up yourself and welcome. That was like a nice remix of my two normal phrases. Welcome yourself to the stream, people. Michael's here, Gail Mayer, big ups, and we got Bands. I'm not sure how to pronounce the S with the curl on it. Is that Bands? Big up yourself, Bands. Welcome yourself to the stream. Okay, so let's get the install of Poetica. Open folder. So we want this guy for a kickoff. So I guess I could already go into screen share like this. Hi. And here's the folder that we're going to be rooting through. So if I sit over here, we can look at the files together. Here they are. In a way, I'm going to be a little bit of a noob with some of this stuff, but in others we should be fine. So the mods are all in there. But let's have a look at I've got to say assets. Okay, so I'm a bit stuck already because there's not an assets folder within the Elementor mod. Oh, okay. So do I need to find the Elementor mod first? Is it in library or something? No. Or is that something, have we got to do something clever like and open up these jar files and see what's inside? I didn't see the Elementor mod in there. Maybe I could have experimented with some of this stuff before we started the stream, but oh well. I'm sure we'll work it out. The other thing we can actually do is just search in here. That's probably the easiest thing. Just search for the word ingot, see what we get. Is that it? Has that done the whole search and that's the only mention of the word ingot? Strange. So I'm sure people in the chat will know what I should be doing. So if you guys want to give me a hint as to where I should be able to find these, then tell me. Welcome to the stream, Gronal. Welcome yourself to the stream. Big ups. How you doing? All right, hang on a minute. Let's fade away that so I can just explore my computer quickly. Is this where I want to be? Okay. Okay, we are starting to find textures here, so we're definitely looking in the right-ish place. Huh. Interesting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Seahad as well. You can use M Creator. You can make the mods. That's rowdy. That is rowdy. That's definitely a step above my competencies, shall we say? We just need to find the ingot files themselves, right? And then we can use those basically as our guide, shall we say? We're just making textures. They may be inside the jar. That's what I wondered. But then, okay, so here's the other thing then, is that I was told the Elementia mod, but like I'm not even seeing that. Is it like a TFC Elementia? Is that what it is? TFC Elementia. Oh, okay, it'll be in here. Yeah, they are in here. Okay, sick. Sick. So I think we found it all. Ingot. Sick, 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 sick. This is the folder we want to extract right now. So if I go up one level, I'm going to just extract all that to a folder. Wait, hold on. Look, I can show you guys what I'm doing now. So we've gone into this TFC Elementia mod here. That was what threw me, was it's called TFC Elementia, not just I was looking for the E in Elementia, but anyway, we found it. Here it is. Ingot files. They're all in here. Oh, actually, wait. Maybe I don't want to show you the like locations on my computer. Such a rookie. Extract. Yeah, put them somewhere. Let's put them in here. In fact, let's just throw them on the desktop. That's super easy. Okay. So, ever so quickly, let's open that up. Boom. All right, and then now I can do one of these. So here's all of our ingot files, right? Here they all like. Let's have a quick look at some. What's a classic TFC one? I don't even want to go too rowdy. There's so many rowdy things in here. Titanium gold is one of the new ones that we're going to be working on here today. So let's have a look at this file. Oh, we don't want to be looking at it in this stupid viewer where it like carves up all the edges. We want to open it in like Paint, bruv. Something gangster like that. Okay, there we go. So this is how we're going to do it. We got, okay, there's our file. That's sick. And we need to like fuck around with it. Yeah, we found it, Verph, safe. I was just getting confused because I was looking for a mod called Elementia, but it's TFC Elementia, so that was what stumbled me. But we're there now. So you really appreciate the help. No worries, man. Of course. This is bare fun. I really appreciate being involved, you know. But we're not going to use Paint because Paint is a little bit bait. So we'll just open up my pixel art program of choice, which I use Marmoset Hexels. I don't think it's like the very best or most popular one, but it was like kind of a nice budget option when I was getting into making the pixel art for this logo and things. And the thing that's cool about Marmoset Hexels is actually, well, I can show you this, look, is that it actually does a lot of other cool stuff in terms of like isometric art as well. Yeah, I don't think Paint can't save transparent. Paint is like terrible. Anyway, so create a little pixel document here. Here we go. And then I guess inside here we want to like import a load of these things, or else we just want to be able to steal the color values from them somehow. So part of this we're gonna be working out a workflow. Oh yeah, look here, these are the things I was making for the Red Cross. And so the list of things that we're going to be doing here is Where is it? Where's my list? Here it is. So we've got the iridium armor textures and the palladium armor textures. Those are the two armor textures that we need to make. And then other than that, we've got a list of 22 different shields that all need doing. All right. So 22 shields. That's a lot of shields. So let's see how many of those we can get done, shall we? So the first one on my list, I think we'll start with shields. The first one on my list of shields is bismuth. So we just want to find a standard bismuth ingot here. Okay, hang on. I think we only have all the extra ones in this folder, don't we? Because bismuth is not an extra. Bismuth is just a normal one, right? I use Piscal for pixel art. It's free, but mostly used for sprites. Nice, okay. Getting major Terraria vibes from the metals. Yeah, for sure. Dark Light, welcome. Welcome, big up yourself. You're under the water. Swim to the surface, my friend. Swim to the top. Also, I hate to be that guy, but if you can all drop a like on the stream, that would be sick. Help us get off to a flying start, as it were. So I think actually what we need to do then is we need to also grab the vanilla, I say vanilla, the like standard TFC ingot files as well, right? So we've got that we've made, and we can like extract into that as well, but we want to look in here. Presumably just in here. Yeah, we'll buy it later. We'll buy it one day. Not yet. Later. Items, metal, ingot. There they all are. Beautiful. So we also want these files in this folder, yeah? So that we've got all of the ingots in one place. Woo! Okay, nice. So that's a start. That's a start to our process. Now that is the one we want to open here, and I think importing images into this thing is also a bit of a can be a bit of a pain. Let's see. We like I say, a lot of this is gonna be working out our workflow as well, which I perhaps could have done off stream, but nope. Ooh. See, I see. Look, it's doing like a pixel to hexel thing. No, just no. I mean, we get all the colors. I guess it doesn't matter. Because we just want the color schemes in, but yeah, because this software does weird things. So what we might do is just have this this on the other window, and if we just open it in Paint, just to view the file. Presumably, can we use our color dropper here? If we get the palette open up here, can we use the color dropper on other windows over here? There we go. There's one of the bismuth colors. It would be much nicer if it was just sat in here though, innit? There must be a way to import. Maybe we need to change our import settings or something. You know? Or rather than importing, do we just open the file? Yeah, we can discard that. No, see, it's only looking for hexel for all files. Here we go. Right, okay, cool. There we go. It kind of worked. And so I presume that this is the standard size. We like everything's 16 by 16 pixels. So we can just open this, save as in a folder we call shields, and then just move it around to make it look like a shield, right? We've got all the colors already there. So that'd work. Oh yeah, where it says grid up there. Yeah, that might have been it. Maybe we should have, yeah, but they're all, that's the hex there anyway, that's the hexel grid. Like, that's the thing, is when you're in pixel mode, it's slightly different in this software. Anyway, we worked out, we got it. So there's a bismuth ingot, and we want to make a bismuth shield. I'm right in assuming everything's 16 by 16. It must be, because it's all going to sit in the same inventory grid. Yeah. So let's have a look at that. We can actually put a grid on here. And yeah, we've got all our colors. So we just need to kind of make this look the way we want it to. What would be a really cool feature, and I bet there's a way of doing it, is to grab every color from here and throw them all into the palette automatically. I wonder how to do that. You're also working on textures for a TFC Plus add-on. Oh, sick, man. Yeah, yes, post some pictures. That'd be great. I'd love to see it. It'd be like a nice inspiration, bruv. Oh, yeah, look at that. Cool. Or a calcum ore. That's very cool, man. They look very cool. Here, look, I'll show you guys. Look at that. That's sick, isn't it? So that's what Santiago's working on. Inspiration, you guys. Inspiration. All right. So let's get cracking. So we want to turn this into a shield. There are some standard shield shapes, and we can see a few of them. We could probably actually fetch them out of the mod too, you know. Not sure which mod the shields actually sit in. So anyway, so we'll just make up some fun shapes. So it would be nice to have one to look at though, wouldn't it? Like a little bit closer. I mean, there's a load of them actually in that thumbnail image that I made earlier. Perfect. Wait, here it is. Look. This guy. So this file here is probably... Oop, that's the other photo I used to make the thumbnail earlier. Anyway, this is the file that we can use for reference, because we can see the shields that are already in the pack here quite clearly. See the different styles going on. There's a bismuth bronze one. So it'd be nice if the bismuth one was maybe the same shape. But maybe not. Maybe we want the bismuth to be the same shape as like the tin and the copper one. Maybe should we make it the same? Actually, all of those are the same shape if you look. So we've got the 3 types of bronze and the copper shield are all the same shape. Slightly different patterning on top. But that shape seems to be the shape that we should use. Yeah? I think that's abundantly clear. We want there to be some nice consistency to the textures that we're making here. So this file here, I'm going to actually throw over onto the other screen over here. Zoom it in nice and big. So now we're looking at it like that. But I'm just going to have it over here. And yeah, we can kind of take a look at these as inspiration, I think. The thing that's annoying, yeah, is like a definitely sick feature would be to say, let's move all of this stuff and put it into the palette, like just every color. It feels like a bit of a longage to say, like to have to do this. Are those all from the file, or is it just pulled those from somewhere? It's just pulled. I don't think they're all from the file. I wonder how you might do that. Or like, can we like right click on a color and like just How does this work? There must be a way, right? To just grab a color and just say yay. I just don't want to have to manually do it. Like, I know how to color dropper a color, obviously, but it's like, is there a way to mass color dropper them? A full Scotland flag on the shield. Yes, Martin. You can change the model later to fit with my texture. Okay, sick. That's cool. I mean, we might make some different shapes then. But I think it makes sense. Like, if we've got the copper and the 3 bronzes all a certain shape, then I think that tier, like, let's have consistency in that tier. That's my gut. And then move on after that. Question is, can we have 2 files open at once here? Or is it going to make us save this one? Okay. Oh, shit. And we're like... Oh, no, it doesn't matter because we downloaded copies, didn't we? Yeah, cool. So how do we... Half dropper? I don't really know what that means. I just changed that. It's not changing it up there, like, but that one did, so very strange. The software I use has a feature that lets you select an image to make a palette from. There should be a way to do it on this. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would have thought. I would have thought we can just copy every color from this into the palette, like with one click, right? Oh, populate from document. Populate from document. There we go. That's exactly. I mean, we knew there would be that button, and there it is. Max colors. There they all are. Bang. There's our palette. All right, cool. We worked it out. This is what I mean. We're sorting out our workflow here. We're sorting out our workflow, guys. And yeah, we've got it. we got it in the end. So that is the exact setting. There it is. For anyone using Marmoset Hexels, of course, that's an excellent feature. Populate the palette from the document. Bang. Bang. Okay, so now let's go save as. We're going to go into our folder that we've just made with all these in. Let's make a new folder inside. Let's call it Shields. I'm just going to send you all the actual things, Verph. You're going to need to work out where to put them. I'm just sending you PNGs at the end of this. Bismuth. So we'll save that and we're good to go. So now let's get our big rubber. And let's make a shield. Lukey, welcome. Big up yourself. What's that really a color in the texture? It's like a proper black. All right. So okay, so this thing is like 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. We got like 2 there. 2 there. We're just working one color for now. What's the most bismuth-y color here? I think this one is going to be a nice like start. Or maybe this one. Yeah, that one's nice, so we can see the separation between the pixels better here. So go like that. Oh, that one needs to go. Yes, Lukey, finally catching a stream. Big up yourself. Welcome yourself to the stream. That's going to be my new one, guys. Any newcomers are going to think I'm being well rude, but that's just going to be my new one. Welcome yourself. So is that really it? That's the shape that they used. So I'm presuming that we want to move that whole thing down one so that it sits in the center of the area that we're playing with. If I counted everything right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, so that's the exact same shape. That's the shape we're after. Where's my selection tool here? Yeah, just you. I just want normal guy. Okay. Bang, right, finished. That's one down. Next texture. Bismuth could be kind of right angle-ish because of how bismuth crystallizes in real life. I was wondering how detailed we were going to want to get with this kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, if we miscount and we're out slightly, chat will go nuts. Yeah, but I think we're fine. I think we've counted that right. There's one... No, it's also we've made it too wide. We have actually made it too wide. That, my friends, is the shape. You see? That's the right shape. Whoa! Lost everything. You get a brief glimpse at my desktop. Okay. No, it's a great idea. Like, I think, Groner, what we should, like, with some of the others, maybe we could even come back to it and change it. For now, like, I want to just, like, get my workflow going, something simple. Let's just get this looking good, get these basic tiers done, and then maybe we can look at doing some really creative stuff. Because the jokes thing is, like, okay, let me read you the full list of shields that need doing. There's 22 of them, and this is the full list that we're going to try and blast through as many of as we can today. But it is obviously going to be probably more time-consuming than I thought. But we'll get quicker, like our workflow's going. Anyway, this is the list. Bismuth, rose gold, tin, zinc, wrought iron, blue steel, red steel, titanium, cobalt, palladium, tungsten, osmium, iridium, aluminium, invar, nickel, silver, tungsten steel, stainless steel, titanium gold, mithril, manilium, whatever that one is, and adamantium. That's the full list. So we've got lots of shields to make. So as we get into more of the complicated ones, I definitely want to hear your thoughts on real life features that we could kind of bring into the situation, yeah? Since the shield is forged, it doesn't get to solidify in its characteristic matrix. There you go. So there's a lot of metals. This is why this pack is going to be so exciting. I also, you know what I also kind of want as reference? Like, we've got this guy as reference. We kind of also want the... I was going to say we kind of want the actual bismuth ingot to look at for inspiration on how it's shaded and stuff. But let's just go with our gut for now, right? No. We want to be able to look at it too. So what we'll also do then is we'll open this guy. Oh, have I already got it open in Paint? Yeah, I actually do. Okay, sweet. So I'll open this guy in Paint. Have that just to look at as well, so we can just bring that over here and go like, hey, look at that guy. But I'll have it on this screen anyway, so I'll be looking at it the whole time. And then cool, let's go. So yeah, it kind of like has the dark blue around its edges. So let's maybe start with a few of those. The darkest points on some of the others are like actually not there. The darkest points on this one are they're like that. We'll just do a bit of copying. We're gonna feel our way, you know, and gradually kind of improve things. I think there's the classic pixel art rule, isn't there? If you can make something look good in two colors, then it's gonna look good in other colors. Now they all seem to have this kind of lightest point, like here ish. Something about like that. Problem is I'm actually not keeping track of which colors I'm actually using, and the palette isn't laid out that well. I don't like that one though. It's too blue. Yeah, it's from Tinkers. Yeah, Manilian. Will it be saved in the texture of TFC? Yeah, I mean, these textures will be used in Poetica, in the Poetica pack. Is the idea, but we'll find out. We'll find out how good at this I am. I mean, this may just be a non-starter. It may take me so long to get something I'm happy with just with bismuth that we just like, yo, I need more practice. But let's see. It's like definitely this stuff like I find so much fun. So we should try, see what we can do. So yeah, we got some artistic decisions to make, like how green do we want things, or do we want it like, yeah, that looks all right. Those three together, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this one in the darker spots, but we need something a bit darker, unless we want to kind of make most of it lighter like this. And then we can come in here with this guy. Yeah, you know, like up here maybe. It's kind of funny because the blue is so harsh. If we put that blue in, yeah, maybe that's actually not bad. And just start building it up slowly but surely, you know. Got another slightly lighter color there. Just kind of going with some instinctive stuff here. You know, it's like just start building it gradually, you know. The problem is we are not looking at like it being a very cartoony style. We're looking at some kind of realistic shading. So you'll have to bear with me as we feel our way through this process, you know. What's the other one on here? That bronze one is much plainer to use as a inspiration. Yeah, or else we do something more like what the copper one looks like. Look at this copper one here. It's actually got like a kind of two different colors, two different shades going on. And bismuth is a bit two-tony like that, isn't it? If you look at the ingot, it is a bit two-tony. So we could do something like that where we use the harsh color around the edges. Okay, yeah, let's try and use this copper one as a bit more of an inspiration here. Slightly, ever so slightly, start a little bit again. So we're going to come down here. We're going to do those there, that there, and then we want to pick some of the really light colors, and maybe the slightly greener ones. To go around the edge. So we'll just do that for now. It comes up to there. These guys, like the dark ones, can just go all the way around the top, but they do get lighter as they go around, but that's fine. We'll work on that in a minute. Grab, I can't remember which one it was it? No. Which one was it? That one there. Yeah. Just fill everything for a second. And get some of these lighter shades out. That may be ever so slightly too light. Go there like that, down like that, maybe there. And then put this kind of similar bluey colors in the middle here, and then, you know, we'll add like our kind of shading and stuff on the circular bit in the middle as well. But we come back in with maybe, yeah, it's still the very darkest one, going like like that possibly. Is that one lighter or darker? It's kind of darker. So you can add a little bit more flavor to things just by adding those in maybe in places. That should be the same as that one. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I wanted. I think this is already going a lot better than the last design. Yeah, and a bit of like highlighting there on that side looks good actually. What do you think? What do you think, chaps? Yeah, we do have the bismuth on my reference here, just on the other screen. And the other bit of reference I'm using is some of the shields that do exist already. We're kind of basing the bismuth one on the copper one. I think what we'll try and do is to keep some consistency of tiers. So I'm thinking that like the tin and the bismuth shields should look like the copper ones, you know, ones you can just make tier 1 metals, bang, make a shield. They can have a bit of like a common thread to them. I think that would be nice, you know. So yeah, maybe in fact if I just put them both there, then we can always just like click on these two things and then immediately see them. Move paint to the end maybe. So all I need to do is just do that, bang those both out, and then there they both are. Oh, that's annoying when that gets minimized though, because it's zooming out. You can see, look at that one's tiny, that little one there. Not sure which metal that one is. Anyway, yeah, maybe it's just easier to just have them on the other screen actually. I know you guys probably want to be able to see them too though. I need to work out what I'm doing. Yeah, so there's like workflow, there's working out the workflow of actually using the software, then there's the workflow of streaming pixel artwork as well. Oh, an image of the IRL metal though. I've just realized what you probably meant, Melinda. Squinting at it helps. Yeah, we definitely need the green, like this color. In this kind of these bits, I think. But maybe that one's slightly too dark. Oh, that's the one we're using. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is go green like this in here, yeah? And that's, yeah, it's way too dark for the outside, that color. I think we could maybe get away with like a few spots where you have that out there. You know? Just little highlights like that. Maybe not those two. Might make more sense there and there and there. Yeah, I think that's starting to look good. Was this the green we were using inside here? Oh no, that's yet another green to use inside. That's cool. But then some of the really light colors are going to come in here. Like we're going to get like a bit of a highlight. I think like that. Going. You know? I mean, it definitely doesn't look as good as the copper one, but it's also like, it doesn't look terrible now. Like we're getting close to something. The greens, maybe either we need to make more of the greens around the edges, and I think there's just not enough kind of cohesion to the central bit here just yet. Well, it's not looking bad. We're kind of getting to it. We're getting to something. I think we've got too much variance in the colours around the edges here. And also the fact that this green is the same as the green we used on the inside isn't working for me either. So it's almost like what we need is a different colour on these outside highlights, like this one maybe. And then that reserves the, yeah, that's better, and it reserves the green for the middle. Makes the middle feel more green. Is that one slightly too dark? Could we change those out for these and get an even better feeling around the edge? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then again, I wonder if actually like doing something slightly less rowdy in the middle. What do you guys think? Like, I'm not feeling this corner here being so rowdy. Maybe what if it's like that? You know, it just shouldn't be such a different color. Probably look best if it's that one actually. Is it that one? No, that's what we had first time, and it's too much. If we get our main outside color, our outer edge color back in. That's better. So yeah, there's still work to be done. We still got a big block of one color here, and I still don't think we're using probably enough of the palette. Like, there's probably colors in here that we just still haven't incorporated that would be nice to incorporate. No, there's too much light colors over there. Some of the other ones in we haven't used yet, probably. We'll just gradually start building it up. What do you think? It's so hard because like the other ones just immediately look so legit to me, but then when you've been trying to make one yourself, it's like impossible to kind of keep any perspective on it, you know? But it's just going to be messing around with all these different shapes, working out which combinations and which we like together and which we don't. You know? Liking it so far? Safe, safe, safe. You like the center. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, I think the center actually now is really starting to look okay. So this darker bit in the middle, as you start to fade out, it isn't smooth a transition enough to that green. So I think that maybe those are better there, and maybe that one's better. Like that or something? Yeah, man. Now we're starting to get it. Now what they've got is a really big, like really quite in your face highlight. And what if we do that? Does that just make it shine? That makes it shine too much? It's kind of the right idea, but we need something slightly more muted than that. It's annoying that we can't just center it when we zoom out. Yeah. Yeah, I think okay. I think for a first one, like we could always come back to the ones we don't like at the end and tweak them. But, I mean, how many people are going to be using bismuth shields? It kind of looks a bit basic still around the edge, maybe. Like, do we need to just put a few more different colors into the outskirts, so to speak? Yeah, maybe that's a good color to have some in the edges somewhere, from the occasional little bits. Now it's actually added quite a lot to the outside, just those few pixels of that other color. Should we call it there? Should we call it there on the bismuth one and move on, seeing as we've got 22 to do? I like that. I think that one looks good to me. So save it as it is and then export. Yep. Okay. Next. So now come back over here. And we'll just do tin immediately next. We're going to do tin. So we open the recent. No, just open something. Yeah, come back at it with fresh eyes. Exactly. And we're going to learn a lot as we do more and more shields. So we'll just start knocking them out. Let's not worry too much. Just keep moving. Keep getting things done. Yeah, it does have a lot of colors. That's actually a really good point, Santiago. So you've definitely boosted my confidence. Thanks. We're going to go on to tin, which should be a lot easier, right? That's the tin ingot texture. That's substantially fewer colors on that palette, isn't it? So what we want to do is we start by saving as, we put it into our shields folder and call it tin. And then we grab the palette, populate from the document, max colors. Okay, I thought we were set at max colors on that last one. Maybe we didn't even take the whole palette. On that bismuth one just then, I don't think we took the whole palette. That was dumb. Because I didn't move the slider up. I saw it at 24 and I was like, okay. You know? One, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is 20 colors. So we probably didn't take the whole palette before. So that means the bismuth one is almost certainly something we need to go back to. But it's cool. We learned from the process, and now we've got our palette of the tin here. But this again, this looks like a lot more colors than I can see. I can see a lot fewer. Stefano, yes. How you doing? Big up yourself. Wouter, welcome as well. The program we're using is called Marmoset Hexels. It's a bit of sort of video game art software. It's very good at doing isometric stuff as well. It's kind of like, it's like a pixel art software, but using square pixels is only one of the modes. Like a lot of it involves painting with triangles. So very cool bit of kit. We're just using bog standard pixel mode. And I kind of don't want... You see how this guy is literally using so few colors? Like, I sort of want to go... and just take the key goons. The ones that are being used more than any others here. And we'll just pop them on a slightly separate palette. But maybe... are these just all the same colors? I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, I can't quite believe that there's that many different shades in here. It just looks like there's so few. But anyway, anyway, let's trust the computer. The computer knows. Okay, so now we've done that. We'll just annihilate this. And let's draw our shield. So our basic shape, we take our really dark color, and it's, well, we've learned now that it's sort of one away from the edge on all fronts. Let's put our grid back on. And there's just the 4 pixels in the center there. 2 on the outsides, and then we need one of our lightest colors. Maybe this guy for now would be fine. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the dark one again goes around the edge. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oop, finish the top. And the rough kind of shape then is that we have this circle in the center. If we're going to continue to use this copper one here as inspiration, which I think for this tier we should. I like the idea of that. Computer knows best. Yeah, trust me. Tin is super shiny, so go wild with the highlights and shadows on the shield. Yeah, I think so. I think like what we saw from the ingot was like incredibly high dynamic contrast. Dynamic contrast? Yeah, I guess so. Just like contrast in the shades. You know what I'm trying to say. So I think we'll definitely go with that with the tin because, like you say, it's a shiny one. But for now, I'm just mapping out the shape. And we have 4. It's just a circle like this in the middle. Whoops. Messed up one edge there. But yeah, basically like that's what we're doing. Something like this. Finished. Next. I'll make that joke every time we block out the shape. Every single time. So yes, we want it to be like really, really shiny looking. So I don't actually think we want to use the like darker shades around the edge of the center at all. I think like we stick with that as our lightest one. And then actually almost immediately like bring some much lighter shades in. Maybe that's too light. Yeah, like these ones look good. They look good to me. Although we probably need to use a load of those on the edge. Yeah, there's lots of decisions to make here. So we've got quite a few different subtle colours there. Oops. Finished? Actually doesn't look bad like that, because remember the tin ingot did have big blocks of the same colour, because that does actually in a way make it look shiny when you just have these big areas that are bright and it's almost like burnt out, so you actually have less detail, which makes the thing pop and look shinier. The idea of the shape is we're basically using this copper one that already exists as our kind of inspiration for the tier 1. I kind of like the idea of that. And then you can see that then like the 3 bronzes all have this, they're the same shape, but a different kind of design where they've become more solid. But these tier 1 ones like kind of have this sort of, or the copper at least has this sort of central piece. I kind of like that. And I think we'll take inspiration from that. I can't remember exactly which metal that one is, or I think that's black steel. So maybe we'll make our red and blue steel look like those too. But maybe we'll make red and blue steel actually look like completely unique. But anyway, that's the kind of where the inspiration for the shape specifically come from there. So yeah, let's crack on. We want to kind of add some more variety to the top here. A few more lighter shades would go down well, I think. Oops. But yeah, I think the tin is easier. I mean, I already feel better about this than I did about the bismuth one, you know. Yeah, I like that. Actually like that one because sticking out there, because again it just makes that area look like there's a bit of shine. Let it shine. Is that the same colour there? It is. I could utilise a bit more of that in here, I think. And then the slightly darker one, is that one there? Nope. So where did we get that one from? Is that one there? Yes. Yeah, very nice, very nice. The more I look at that one, the more I don't like it sat there. Yeah, cool. It's hard now because that colour's so close to our background. Do that and turn it into a different colour so that we can see it against a different colour maybe. Make some shading around the bottom edge of the outside, but I think it looks great. Thanks. Yeah, that's almost exactly what I ended up just starting to do, wasn't it? Just as you must have said that. You can't interpret the trimming on the top and bottom. Okay, if you look at this one, it's sort of like an edge, I think. Just kind of makes it feel like it's got like some solidity to the edge. Always have a separate background layer. Yeah. So what we can do is we can just do that and then pick like a crazy color like this. And then we can just make it transparent just before we render. So that'll work. So now we can play around with those darker shades of gray on the edges here and kind of actually feel them taking effect. But I think that's too dark. I think this one is maybe better. It's still too dark. It's just not having the impact I want of the outside to be like brighter actually. So actually I think we get rid. We need something much, much more subtly. Yeah, that. That's our guy. Again, I think let's not labor everything too much. Let's move fairly quickly, right? I think it's clear to me that maybe that would look better. Just soften the edge of that. Yeah, that's nice. We can maybe do the same here actually. Or does it become too? Yeah, no, that does. That works for me, I think. Yeah, like. Let's just call that the tin shield. Let's call that the tin shield right now. We didn't add any variance to the trim actually, to the dark trim. If we use the very darkest color there, and then what if we come in with like that guy? Yeah, we could do a few of those quickly, like here and here, there and there. In fact, let's get that whole edge done like that. Cool. Let's call it there. Let's call that one. Tin, done. It's purdy. Thanks very much, geez. A dark streak 2/3 like a reflection. Show it next to the copper one again, yep. For sure. There we go. We can zoom the copper one in a bit more as well so we can see it. Not more. Let's see them roughly at the same size. So it's still got, it feels a different shape. It feels much shinier and it feels slightly more round, potentially. The front of it. It's more like it reflects the dark ground. Yeah. So we've just put that on the bottom. I think, yeah, I think that's cool. Unless we feel like, because with this copper one, maybe the implication is that that's like some kind of a leather or something else around the edge. And then you've got copper like holding this leather bit with then the copper bit in the middle. But I do think it fits. I think we just go with that for now. Like let's not like I say, let's not labor it too much. We have 22 of these shields to make, and we've made 2. And I'm not really happy with the first one we made. With the bismuth, we might actually go back and look at it right now because I'm pretty sure we didn't take the whole palette with us stupidly. So save. Yep, save that, and then we can export it. Call it tint. Boom. All right, let's go back to this guy. Maybe it was the whole well, hold on. So 10, 20, 26. Hold on. But it says 24. Yeah. So if we got 26 colors from it, then we must have pulled the slider up to the top anyway. So we must have got the whole palette actually. And look, you can see the reds and that in there. We didn't really use the reds. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Because yeah, we should move on. Now what if I'll zoom this one out a second. If you look at the shields that have been done, I don't even know what those ones are. We should maybe launch the game just to check what the ones that have been done are. And what tier they're in. Because, yeah, I'd like to kind of follow some kind of sortedness. Maybe more 3D in the center, yeah. The bismuth one, I mean, this is like not really nearly as good as that tin one we just made. Screw it. I'm going to keep moving though. I'm going to keep moving. We're not going to hang around. So rose gold. Let's do rose gold next. Oh, and there's zinc. Of course there's zinc to do, which is part of the same tier. Okay, let's do zinc first and then we'll do rose gold. Okay. So open back into our ingots folder. PNGs. Zank. Now Zank's probably Zank. It's going to look very, very similar to the one we just made, isn't it? But there's more greys in here. There's more greys. So populate the palette from the document. It really has 100 different colors in it, this. Oh, it does like a simple version. That's actually really, really cool, like the way it... So even if we did only take 24... We took like a nice cross section, because we could just take 4 and have a cross section like that. It's quite clever, isn't it? And then if we put the slider right up to 100, that's where you see then, yeah, we're at 83. There's 83 colors in this document. Wow. Crazy. The purple one is manilium. Okay, sick. Verph knows. Your toes came through. Yes, big up your toes. How are you? Zinc would oxidize more. Okay, you lot bring in the science. That's what I'm talking about. That's sick. It feels daunting to you to put this all 80 colors into our palette, but let's just do it anyway. Whoa, okay, that's messy. It's actually not messy. It actually looks lovely. All right. There may be a slight paralysis of choice here with this many colors, though. But I think we kind of know what we're doing more or less with this. So yeah, let's make another shield. Something satisfying about using a rubber like you would back in the day and just like getting the rubber out and just like actually rubbing it out, the physical work. Where did that just a random new color on the end? I don't think anyone invited you. Okay. Wow. Okay, good. I think that's the center, isn't it? Yeah, it must be. We could try something slightly different with this one as well, couldn't we? Like making the edge darker and then the center really shiny and bright. That could work quite nicely, just to kind of mix up the sort of the colors a wee bit, as it were. Finished. No, that one, now that's finished. That looks great. That is fucking brilliant. Sometimes I just surprise myself with my own ability. Yeah, I like this for zinc, because tin is a bit brighter, the ingot texture. The ingot texture for zinc had a little bit more complexity to it. So let's flip the kind of the rule on its head here for zinc, and we'll have like the edge be darker and then the middle bit's the shiny bit. Because a lot of these colors are just shading variants, usually grab the base colors, yeah. So I could maybe like import from palette and just take like, you know, well, when we brought the ingot in, I could just limit myself to 24 color palettes regardless. Yeah, every time you're like, oh, no, it can't be, it's not finished. Okay. Wow. Yeah, nice. Oops. There's no like real rhyme or reason to this, you know. Just doing things. But it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. That's not the one there. Yeah, it's too shiny up that side. Probably just whatever that color is, that's the one we want. I think the edge is good. Let's work on the middle now. Oh wow, that is such a subtly different colour. I can barely tell. And that's probably a little too close to the OG. There we go. That one looks good. That one looks like the right kind of. Looks like it's got the right sort of thing going on. I think I want like a slightly different colour around the edge. We find it one though, this one. It's almost getting there, isn't it? It's the very brightest colour we have in the whole thing. It doesn't quite look circular. So it's like the contrast between the dark bit and the light bit in the middle is too much, maybe? I don't know, maybe it looks good. Maybe I just can't tell how good it looks because I've been staring at it for too long. I think it looks alright, actually. And change the background, it kind of helps you get a fresh perspective on it. I don't hate it. What do you lot think? You all go to work. Safe. He looks nice. Oh, safe, man. Yeah, take care, man. Big up yourselves. Introduce yourself. What was it? Welcome yourself to the stream. Okay, that was funny. Buns boy, hey. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey. I think it's weird, actually. Maybe it's better like that. I'm not sure you like it, but I can't offer specifics as to why. Yeah, fair enough, man. I feel like the center somehow doesn't look circular, like it's got this uneven quality about it, which for a tier 1 shield maybe isn't the worst thing. Have I just miscounted? Is it not actually a circle in the middle? No, it is. Maybe it's just the way I've actually shaded it is just not circular enough. That looks immediately better from a circular point of view in the middle there. All right, I'm going to call that. I think that really fixed the problem that I had with it personally. Feels like sphalerite to me. Feels like what I think of with sphalerite ore pieces as well, with the silver on the darker grey. Let's do it. Let's just go for it. So we save as. Zinc it up. Stopping by to drop a like. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. Thank you. File. Export the ting, ye geese. Alright. Next. Verph, are you here? Can you advise? What metal is this one? What tier is that? That's black steel, I remember. I think that might be wrought. No, it's not wrought iron. We've got wrought iron. So what one is that? Any ideas? I want to know what tier that is and where I could kind of build upon that, you know? Woo! I'm tired. Damn. Let's go with rose gold in the meantime. That one's just steel. Ah, yes, it is. Standard steel. Okay. So we could get a bit more creative with rose gold then. I suppose rose gold is the same tier as bronze, isn't it? I can't remember now, because rose gold normally you can't use it to do things like this. I'm pretty sure it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Rose gold's like the same tier as all the bronzes in terms of like, 'cause you can make an anvil of rose gold, couldn't you, back in the day? And it is tier 2. So I guess we base that on this initial kind of shape as well. Then rose gold can kind of sit within this crew as well. Rose gold is also the lowest tier. Yeah, fine, perfect. So we'll make a rose gold one at this shape as well, and then we'll be finished with all of the bottom tier ones. I think maybe there's some other low tier ones in the list I'm not aware of. But yeah, that's cool. There's our ingot. Populate from the document with 24 colors, and we can go crazy again and get loads of them in. Hold on. We've just hit like a grid of 100 colors, and it can only import 100, like max, it can import 100 colors from a palette. Wow. It's crazy to think there's more than 100 colors in that image. It really doesn't look like it instinctively, does it? It instinctively looks like there's like no colors. I want to make the rose gold one look more like the bronze ones though. Okay, so we based for our copper, tin, and so for our tin, bismuth, and zinc, we were really looking at this copper one here. For our rose gold, we're going to be looking at these 3 bronze ones and doing something that falls in line with these. I mean, we could even kind of literally copy the bronze and just make it a brighter version of that one. But maybe then we want to throw a design on it too. Our own kind of design. But I think the first step may be to kind of copy this, the bronze, Rose gold's your favourite, so it better be good. Who's Verph? Yes, James Yip's in the house. Safe, James. How are you? Verph's in the chat. Verph is the creator of Terrafirmacraft Reloaded and Poetica, of these like TFC based mod packs. Basically, Verph's a legend. Like all of the Terrafirmacraft I've played has been packs by Verph, basically. Well, no, we did like vanilla TFC at the beginning, like when I first started playing TFC, and I played Terraforma Punk. But then when I started playing Reloaded, I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. And yeah, and this new Poetica version is just going to be so sick. And yeah, and we get to be a part of it. So that's awesome. So I think, yeah, we'll start by looking at this here as my reference, and we'll try and copy that through. Just giant palette. Interestingly, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we've got 11 rows here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we don't. No, we do have 10 rows. Okay, all right, whatever. Working with the big guns, yeah, man. Just bare sick add-ons, bruv. Yeah, working with the big guns. That's it. We're like Dankenstein clambering up the ranks, bruv. All right, so there's our palette now. Let's make a shield. I was just thinking, could we even copy parts of it through? But I think that's going to look more unnatural than just making something that looks good. So we get the shape blocked out first again. I could have probably made a template for these by now, but that would be efficient. Oh, wait, nope, I'm getting confused already. The thing as well, Verph, like if at the end of this I send you all these and you're just like, yo, they're alright, but like I'd rather they were better, man, then just feel free to say, like, I don't mind. I'm having fun whether they get used or not. Do you know what I mean? So don't feel obliged to use the textures if you just think they're swag. I'll be fine with that. Well, I won't be fine with that. I want them to be used, but obviously I'll understand. Like this, like pixel art is something I enjoy and it's like a hobby, but I'm not claiming that I know what I'm doing necessarily. So that's already not close enough. We want to kind of find the closest possible colors on each time. Yeah. And then just start banging it out. Okay, so I actually even think at this point that's probably enough for that color, and then we need whatever the next one is we want. That's probably a bit too far removed. So is that, I think. Where's our next one? That one's not bad. That's way brighter. I think we had it, didn't we? I think it was this one. Or maybe that guy? Who's... Yeah, no, that one, okay. So that's going to come up along here. Oh, hello. Up there, there and there. Maybe with one of its mates, like every now and again. You actually like the textures I've made? Okay, sick. Ianatan's in the house. Yeah, big ups. Welcome. What happens if we copy and paste from a previous shield? Yeah, we could copy the old one in. But then we've still got to manually like convert. I don't know if there's a way of like mapping a palette onto an old That would be really sick if we could do that kind of stuff, like almost like basically making the textures with script, right? Where you just set out your palettes, set out your generic like template, and then the palettes just go across the whole thing. Presumably there are ways to work that way, but I don't know if that's what we're doing. I don't know if that's what we're gonna do. Right, is that, yeah, that's that guy. Which I think we kind of already want. This there, and maybe there. And then things are already getting lighter, I think. Where's the not quite as dark one? It's this one here, isn't it? Which I want to put there. And then we kind of want like a bit more of a generic, like shiny color. And we want the reds coming in, I suppose. Because at the moment we're getting a very brown edge. And maybe we've kind of gone about this the wrong way, because the brown, yeah, maybe we should be almost immediately pushing into the reds, actually, rather than going into the lighter browns. Like, this is rose gold we're talking about. So I might actually... No, maybe not those two. Maybe not that one. Start to get the reds going. In fact, let's mark out all this territory now, where we know we want to kind of start moving away. The brown stuff, yeah, like that. And then it gets really shiny and red in the middle. I think that's right. And like maybe, yeah, this isn't the darkest red tone. Yeah, that one. Or is that one a bit blunter? That one. No, yeah, that's good, because that one's closer to the brown and kind of bringing us to the direction we want to get to, I think. This is making me want chocolate. Is it a wooden shield? No, so the one we're working on at the moment is rose gold. We're looking to make a rose gold shield, kind of like this bronze one here, but just the rose gold color. That's what we're on at the moment, I think. So yeah, things. Forcing the palette after the gradient map would probably give you something that's almost there already. Yeah, it's definitely true. It would be good. Alright, bye Dark Light, take care. Peace out. Beanwitch is here as well. Safe. How you doing? How are you? Welcome yourself to the stream. That's my that's my new phrase. At the start of the stream, I kind of blended welcome with big up yourself and told Santiago to welcome himself to the stream. So that's my new catchphrase now. When anyone joins chat, I'm going to be like, welcome yourself to the stream. And I think what we'll do is we'll explain why for the rest of this stream, and then in the future, whenever I say it, if you know, you know. And if you know people are going to turn up and get told to welcome themselves to the stream, and probably just turn around and leave. Maybe we shouldn't do that then. All right, anyway. So I kind of want a lot of lighter shades, right? Like up here. Just start to kind of map some areas out quite loosely, but thinking about shape, you know? And just get a feel for what it looks like with like very, very few colors. Yeah, so obviously our gradient here is completely broken because we need quite a lot more shades in like there and up here and stuff. But we're getting there, yeah? There's obviously way more shades in here that we need to be incorporating, but we're kind of just, you know, gradually building a ting. You might say. You might use the word ting. And like a little bit of unevenness to it then occasionally. Make it really pop, make it really shiny there. So I like that these are uneven, but they're too uneven. It's like way too dark a shade. Like, so we take that one instead, maybe put them in there. This is actually a bit more encased in that. Oh. End up just using the eyedropper tool way more than this massive unwieldy palette. Gronal saying I like it. Safe. It's very quickly looking cool. Safe. Thank you. We're getting there with it. Sounds a bit like make stuff home. I've just realised I've not been clocking the chat at all. There's too much brown. So the palette, yeah, what we're doing is importing the palette from the ingot. So literally this palette up here is every colour that's used in the ingot texture. So we're just keeping consistent with the ingots. I kind of know what you mean though. It's too brown around the edges, maybe. It's actually the more you zoom out, the cooler it looks. I don't think my uneven little streak here works as well as I thought it would. Maybe need just like a separate colour for that. Yeah, okay. Adding that in has actually brought quite a bit of life. Just a tiny little bit of that shade in there. It's actually, I'm using it a little too much over here. And maybe we can find a lighter version of it. Something that's slightly less, that's too light. That, is that good? Yeah, yes. Maybe not. Maybe it's starting to make it look too grey. Oh, what if we use that one in all of these parts? Oh no, leave the dot ones up there. Leave the light ones in the middle. And I think then, is there like a keyboard shortcut for the dropper or whatever? Oh, wait, there was something we were doing. Weren't we just right-clicking it and saying like, how do we do what we wanna do? I wish I knew. No. You click on that and it just shows you all these other colours. I'll just take the one I want. Well, I can't even remember where I was going to put that one now. Ugh. Oh yeah, up there. Oh, for God's sake. Right, we'll just do it. Do it this way. So there's still some shaping issues. Like, okay, so we need like something more like that there. Ooh, that one could be helpful all over the place in softening some of those edges. The other thing I quite want to do is like experiment with just changing the shape of that a little bit. Yeah, I think if we like accommodate for that change in shape by putting some of this down there. So this here is too bulbous, you know, this brown. So if we like also kind of push that to one side a little bit. In fact, there's still just probably too much brown going on here. Oh, look. Just holding Alt gives us the dropper. Oh, snap. So let's push the brown back a bit. Push this back in a bit. And push this back in a bit. And bring that out a bit more. Yeah, the shape's starting to come together much better. And now that, guys, yeah, our workflow is getting way, way faster now. We're getting our keyboard shortcuts down, things like that. What do you guys think? I think it was better without, yep. There's still like an issue with that pixel there. I think we're kind of there, guys. What do you think? Can you put a reference image? Yes, we were doing that actually. We should be doing that, shouldn't we? We should look at the ingot at the same time. Oh, I can't read the alphabet. It's such a big... Okay, hold on. List. It's probably easier. I still can't read the alphabet. Where's the R? It doesn't like me hovering over all the textures. That's so weird. Where is rose gold? Oh, there it is. I'm so blind. Okay. Open with paint. So I guess if you look at the ingot compared to our shield, our shield is quite a bit darker. The ingot's a little bit shinier. Then again, I think we've captured it quite nicely. What do you guys think? Looks good, very round, looking good. Okay, good. Yeah, people feeling it. Like, it looks nicer to me than the bronze one now. If you look at that, what we've got next to the bronze one looks quite dull. And ours is popping. But you can definitely see that the rose gold ingot is brighter. And ours is quite a lot more orange. Maybe it's the brown on the bottom parts. I don't know, the edge I'm happy with. I think we've done the right amount of brown around the edge and then getting redder as we go into the middle. I think what I might just do is use more of the lighter tones around the highlight. But then I worry that we'll lose the sense of shininess. We've really captured it very shiny. Like this feels shinier than the ingot. I think it's nice. And it's rosy, you know, it's nice and rose. I guess it doesn't look very gold. What do you think? The rose gold ingot's a little more desaturated. Yeah, that's true. We've picked some very bright colours. Maybe the best thing for us to do is to try and replace the vibrant orange we're using in the middle here. There's one particular orange that could maybe go. The shield looks a little closer to bronze. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? And then this is the actual bronze shield, which doesn't look so bronze. Lighter colours on top. Reserve the two brightest tones for the actual hotspot and then spread out the other tones. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. So let's do a little bit of work there on that kind of to that end. So it would sort of be like taking this guy out a bit more. Bring this guy over to here, this guy out there. Just make the whole thing a little bit kind of brighter all over, right? That does actually it's starting to look better, isn't it? Introduce a new lighter tone in between. Oops. What's everyone saying? Increase the highlight a bit and desaturate it slightly. Yeah, that's what Verph saying. So it is a bit saturated. The brown looks more like a highlight. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, personally, I like the edge. I don't think the brown around the edge is the problem. I think it's looking a lot better. It's looking very rose goldy now. I think we did actually fix quite a lot of it, but it is very oversaturated. So this color here, for example, is there like a slightly deader version of it that we can use? That helps. That didn't actually help. I think that was worse. I think we're going to call it. I think I quite like it. For now. In the interest of keeping things moving. Rose gold shield, you guys. Try dithering the rose and orange a bit. Yeah. Problem is, you really need to know what you're doing for that. That's my issue. I got no idea what's going on. Yeah, I think we call it. Let's just call it there. Rose gold. Export the ting. All right, banging. So that's how many have we done? We've done 4 in 2 hours. But we spent the first 45 minutes working out how to import the palette and import the file in and all that, and actually finding the files. Cool. Next thing. Oh, man. Very cute. All right. Let's look at the next one on the list. So next on the list is, or let's just review the whole list. The other thing we could do is we could switch and try and do an armor set. But I think maybe I think I should just take it slow. So what we've got, we've done bismuth, we've done rose gold, we've done tin, we've done zinc. The next one is just raw iron. Just make an iron one, bruv. And we can make the iron one look like the steel one, or we can make it look something totally different. We've got blue and red steel, which I think for blue and red steel, we probably want to take inspiration from the black steel one, which we have as part of our image here. So this is a steel shield here, and this is a black steel shield. So we could do like red and blue steel looking like that. We could do iron looking like that one potentially, or we can make our own shapes. Potentially. The other thing is, I just exported this one, but do we actually want to put a pattern on it like the funky bronzes have? We could put a pattern on top. And that could help to bring out more of the like duller tones, help to desaturate a bit. Oh, I don't know. It's fine. I like it. I think I just like it. I think I like it. So should we do red and blue steel now? Should we go from the bottom tier to top tier? That could be fun. Let's do red and blue steel, and then maybe I'll call it a day for pixel art, and we'll do some other fun stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna, like, whether I stream it or not, Verph, I'm gonna work my way through these for you. At the very least, I'll just keep going with shields, I think, you know, because I'm starting to get used to it, and I think the more I do, the better I'll be. Is there no red and blue steel shield texture already? No. No, there isn't, actually. Could do a rose on the rose gold. That would actually look really cool, wouldn't it? Oh shit, you're like making me tempted now to start like patterning in some petals. Should we do it? Verph did say rose gold is his favourite metal, so a little bit of extra time in this one for Verph, I think. We'll try it anyway. We've saved it, so if this doesn't work, we revert. You know, that's not going to be the colour to do it, I don't think. Definitely enjoying watching my process. Thanks, man. That's cool. That's sweet. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Maybe the brown. I guess what we should do is we should pick a colour that we haven't really used that's going to really stand out, get it looking sweet. TFC already has textures for red and blue steel, right? But not for shields. Or does it? Sorry, have I put stuff on my list, Verph, that shouldn't be there? I was literally just judging by which ones I could see in the game already. But maybe the textures haven't been linked or something. If they do exist, they've just not been linked in yet. Does the program do layers? Yes, it does do layers, yeah. TFC already has textures for red and blue steel shields. It does. Oh shit. Okay, wait. So am I doing ones that we... Then some of the ones on my list aren't ones that we need to do. Alright, Verph, can you have a look at the list I sent you on Discord earlier and just check? Like, I'll repaste it to you now. And just tell me if there's ones that are already there, because they're just not... potentially it's just that they're not linked then, because they're not showing in the game. If that makes sense. Like, when I just opened up the latest build of Poetica, typed in shield into JEI, and just wrote down every single one that had, like, an item in JEI without a texture. But like I say, I guess that might just mean that the textures exist, but they haven't been linked in properly yet. Yeah, if I do the rose on a separate layer, I can edit it better. That's very true. That is very true. That's a very good point. Let's experiment with it. Come on. Call it rose. I guess we are going to want to use the rubber again. Okay. So if we just say this color here and then we make our rose look, it's very few pixels, isn't it, to get a rose look going. Doesn't look like a rose at all. So we can go bigger than that. Oops. So I guess that is the center. Doesn't look bad. Oops. Keep looking at the black and bismuth bronze to get inspiration. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, so just raw iron, red steel and blue steel are the ones on my list that I don't need to do. And all of the others I do. So it's not 22 shields that we need to do, it's actually just 19. And guys, we've nearly done 4. So that's cool. So we're nearly like a quarter of the way through our total. I think this design does look good, right? Like, if we can make this look nice with shading to make it really feel like they're all separate petals, it's quite a nice design. And if we look at these guys, it kind of fits the vibe of these different patterns that we're seeing. It feels like it's another variation on these themes, right? And it does add some detail, yeah. Even if it's not quite a rose. And we'll add gradient to it, exactly. We're gonna make it look better than that. The challenge as well will be, you know, we want the like, if you look here on this is a good example. You see how this shape in the middle, it's kind of very similar to this one, isn't it? Which is nice, like the pinwheel sort of vibe. But you see that it's lighter here because that's going through the highlight. So that's what we want. We kind of want the way that we shade this to match the way that the light is hitting the main bit of the shield anyway, you know? But when you see that from a distance already, it actually looks quite awesome. So that's encouraging. And we've just used this very dark color here. So if we were to just come in and then say make. Oh no, I just drew on the wrong layer. Come in here and make these bits a bit lighter. My fear is that then the whole thing stops looking like one pattern stuck on top. We might struggle here with our lack of significant ability in this area, but let's see how we do. I'm gonna just minimize that bit so we get layers and palette together. Just a little bit there. If we decrease the layer opacity, ooh, that's an interesting idea. Put it 50%. Did that not work? Oh, I see. It needs ticking. It needs ticking. So in fact, if we were going to do it with layer opacity, we could just have it all be one color. And we could pick whatever color that we wanted. Okay, all right, hold on. So we'll leave that one, the one that we just did, as it is. Let's duplicate this layer. Get rid of the one that, we'll leave, we'll get rid of the copy. Let's go into this one now. And let's pick a color that we think is sufficiently generic and just use it for the whole thing. So and then just mess with opacity when it's all one color. Right? Now that's not the right color, I don't think. Maybe it was best actually with the very dark color or just the whole thing really dark. Because then we get the most amount of flexibility with what we can actually do with it with the opacity, right? Does now just look dirty though? Yeah, it's kind of like stopped looking as cool. Also because it's brown. You should also try a different mode, like screen or overlay, junkie, Photoshop junkie. What do we prefer? So that's the opacity version. That's the manual version, which I think I kind of prefer because we can get away with it being much darker and lighter in places. It just actually, I'm starting to just prefer the plain one again. But whatever it is, I don't think we've quite got it. From a distance, the less opaque one looks better. But when you make it too, I don't know. What do you guys think? With a more pinkish color. Yeah, okay. So if we put like one of the really bright ones on it, you think? Too bright a color, isn't it? I think it still needs to be a dark one, but maybe just not enough differentiation, is it? You know, from we're using so many of the other tones in the gradient. If we look at the way it's handled by these guys, they're very much using just the darker shades, like only the ones that are appearing in the outskirts are being used on these patterns in the middle. And also the patterns are more sparse. This pattern is very dense, so it covers a lot of the gradient. these are better designs because they're more minimal, you know, whereas our pattern is so busy that it just doesn't quite work. My preference at the moment is the plain one. I mean, this thing's looking like a mess right now. Let me just make this actually look half decent. Like, maybe we'll go for the really red one. And then mess about with the opacity on that. That could work. That's more like it, isn't it, already? I don't know what glow multiplier means. Interesting. So, you know, we can do something like that. But yeah, then it just starts to look like a bit more like it's just like a mess, isn't it? It's just a mess. It ruins the gradient. I think, look, we've got those layers on the file. We may come back to them. Let's save. Let's move on. Let's move on. So we've done the 4 tier, whatever ones they are. Whatever tier they are. It's hard work, actually. It's quite tiring. What have we done? We've done 2 hours. Phil to play video games instead. Phil to like go. Okay, we've had some good pixel art times. Done some good texturing. Now let's play Zomboid or something. Is that pixel there bothering you? The light one in the corner, maybe. I think he's fine. Let's refer back to our list. It should also be noted that the shields have textures for their backsides. Ooh, we ain't done any of that. No. I literally just want to go in and make a rose gold shield in Poetica now. Alright, cool. So go back to the list, see if one jumps out at us. What would be useful as well, actually, is to get a list of like which tier all of these are in. Verph. So like, I haven't actually looked at the last attachment you sent me, so let me just look at that firstly and see if it tells me. Oh, I see. Yeah, front and back. Oh, damn. It looks like the blue and red steel shields do not have a front and back. Interestingly. Is that a shield texture? Really? I can tell that one is. These are easy to, oh, I can't, I have to just open them in whatever stupid thing they want me to unless I extract them all. Play some Poetica, that's my vote. Yeah, okay, should we play Poetica? Alexander, welcome, welcome. Welcome yourself to the stream. I've created an educational RPG game web app. Would you be interested to create pixel art for it? Yeah, I would. I would be interested in that, Alexander. You should join the Discord and send me a DM and we'll discuss it. That'd be sweet. I don't think I put the link to the Discord in the description of this stream because I set up a new one. So yeah. This looks nicer than the pattern one earlier. I think it's better plain, to be honest. I do think it's better plain. So we can see all the ones that already exist here. Indeed, the copper is what we looked at. And what does the copper at the back look like then? Okay, so we do need to do back. We need to do backs. Okay. Well, maybe we should just do the backs for the shields we've just made. If we look at the copper back here for inspiration. Wait, that's circular. And that's circular. So hold on a minute. So what's gone on here then? That's a different... Looks totally different actually. Not totally different. But even the centre is shaded differently, isn't it? Oh, I can't tell. Maybe it's not actually. It's hard to say because this has all been... Yeah, actually, no, I think it is the same. It's just somebody's come and taken the edges off here. So these ones that are loaded in, that were in the game when I was looking at it earlier. So let's go front here. Oh man, so wait, so if these are the ones that are going to be implemented in the long run, then the ones I've made are the wrong shape anyway. They're not going to be consistent. I'm doing the textures, you madman. The pattern was too cluttered. Yeah, I agree. Can you give me contact information? Okay, Alexander, if you just drop on into any of my other YouTube videos, for some reason I didn't put the link to the Discord in the description of this stream. But if you look on pretty much any other video on my channel, in the description there'll be the Discord link. Join the Discord and you'll be able to contact me directly on Discord. Is there a pixel art or just regular art channel in the Discord? There actually isn't, Santiago, and we should set one up. We should set one up if we're going to be doing more of this stuff. Sorry if it's disturbed my flow. No, you're alright, mate, don't worry. I'm just disturbing my own flow. Their item models seem to be quite off. They are circular, it's just the mod... Oh. So when I'm looking here, this is the item model causing that beef. Right. Right. Okay. Name of the metal in the tier is quite clear. Yep, okay. Okay, perfect. Cool. All right. So I guess then this comes to us Verph then discussing. Also, big ups to Serious Creeper. I am a madman. Serious Creeper, I said. I can't speak. Big ups to Serious Creeper. Yeah, and I am a madman. Verph. So the question is then, bruv, are you going to change the models so that those shields are circular and you get the full texture? Or are you going to stick with those shapes? And therefore, like, do I need to go back in basically and make them into circles? Look at the textures on the wiki for reference. Okay. Alright, cool. Well, we've learnt a lot today. We've made 4 textures. I'm quite proud of them. Like, this one I think was good. This one came out nice. And let's look at the others we've made. We made our zinc shield here. It's not bad. We made our bismuth. It's quite bad. It's the first one we made. It's alright. And we made the tin. And the tin one came out real nice. But again, it's like if these are all supposed to be circular, then I need to put some edges around them, don't I? I need to finish them properly. You can fix the models afterwards. So yeah, so I should switch all of these to be circular. Okay. Alright, cool. Well look, what I think I'm going to do for now is take a break and play some Poetica instead. Because that game does look so pretty. and we might as well have a little bit of fun, do a little stream. Aren't standard MC models derived from the textures themselves? Apparently not in this case, because we've seen what the textures look like, and that's how they appear in game at the moment. So the model must be doing something else. But yeah, that was a joke start. And like I say, Verph, thanks so much for having me involved. Like, it's sick, it's jokes, it's really good fun. And I can just plug away at these like in the background, and I'll get better as well. I'll get faster and faster. I'm sure you can make at least 3 more textures while it's loading the pack. Yeah. So true. Very jokes. So yeah, time for some Poetica. But I think I'll start a new stream for that. And at the risk of losing a few people into the abyss of creating a new stream, at least the stream will be properly labeled. So yeah, so I think that's what I'll do. So I'll close up this stream, save our work down here, start launching the pack, set up a new stream. I'll literally set up the new stream within seconds. So yeah, you'll be able to find it on the channel in just a moment. And yeah, we'll play. But this has been fun. Big ups to everyone for watching. Alanga. Mine shafts and monsters. Ooh. Sounds interesting. I'll have a little look. I'll see you for some Poetica in like 2 minutes, geez. I'll see you soon. In a mo.